everybody, I'm Tory.
I'm Courtney, and we're your Bitch Pack friends.
And we're coming to you live. Well, not live, but we're coming to you in person.
Edited.
From Courtney's living room.
We're together.
We're together. It feels great. It's Friday morning, and today we're going to be talking about last weekend's Super Bowl. Super Bowl 58.
Mm-hmm.
Between, what are the teams?
The Chiefs and the 49ers.
Oh,
Don't ask me where they're from.
But I think the big story, aside from our girl Taylor Swift being there, big story was, I think, Usher performing.
Usher. Halftime show. Always a big thing to talk about.
How did you feel about Usher? Well, one, how did you feel about Usher being announced for the Super Bowl halftime show? And then how did you think it went?
I was never excited. I liked Usher when we were I don't know, were we in high school when he was big?
Yeah.
Okay, so I liked Usher in high school. I bought his entire album. I didn't steal his music on LimeWire. So I liked him.
Did you buy the Confessions album?
I did.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't.
Supported him fully. But when they announced him for the halftime show, I didn't even I felt nothing.
Yeah.
I wasn't excited and I wasn't disappointed. I just didn't care. How did you feel?
I feel like I was talking with a friend about this, and she said it's always been like this, but when did the Super Bowl become a greatest hits thing? It's like oldies, people look like he was there because it was the 20th anniversary of Confessions, and I was like, I guess a few years ago, Eminem and Snoop Dogg were on, and everybody our age was going nuts for it, but Lady Gaga performed a while ago, and she's not. No offense to Usher, she's not a has-been.
Yeah.
At least when she performed at the Super Bowl, she was kind of on top. And then, when Justin Timberlake and Janet performed, I guess Janet was a little past her peak, but Justin Timberlake was still at the top.
In his prime. So I always see the Super Bowl, the halftime show, as a moment for an artist to, spotlight their entire career.
Okay.
So, somebody who's had a long career. So Usher didn't make sense to me because he was big in the early 2000s, but not now. I didn't even know he was still making music.
Yeah, same. But so all that to say, I guess I had mixed feelings about it. So I was like, I wish we had somebody better than Usher, but I do like Usher. So
so my expectations were so low. I was like, will I even watch it? So I did watch it. You were here. We had a little party. I did sit down and watch it. I cranked my TV up all the way, and I liked it.
Yeah.
So, not at first. I liked it at the end when Lil Wayne, what's his name? Lil Jon.
Yeah.
When Lil Jon and Ludacris came out, then I was like, this is cool.
What about Alicia Keys? Did you like her?
I thought she was going to steal the show, but she didn't.
Yeah, she threatened to.
She threatened to. And I also saw, apparently, I didn't hear it. It was loud here. Apparently, when she first started singing, her mic was live, and I guess her voice cracked.
Yeah.
And then, but if you go back to the NFL's videos or somebody's videos, they've edited it.
Yeah, that's messed up, I think. If she missed the note, that's fine. We all know she's good.
Yeah. She recovered.
This makes me think we're living in 1984 when they do stuff like that.
Right.
They alter the record so nobody knows that she missed the note.
Well, like you said, we all know she's good.
Yeah.
We're not expecting 100% perfection from anybody.
Yeah. I saw a lot of people be like, did this girl not warm up? But I don't know. I thought she did.
She did better than we can.
She missed one note and the rest of it was flawless. So I don't know.
It was beautiful.
Get over it.
What I hated, I even looked at you and rolled my eyes when it was currently happening, was when he was dancing on her and rubbing on her. I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
Gave me the ick. It reminded me of being barely legal in a club and random guys and they come up behind you. It felt like that, and I was like, please stop.
Do you think that still happens in the club, or do you think that we left that in the early 2000s?
It has been so long since I stepped foot in a club. How would I know?
Well, I was surprised at your reaction because yes, it's gross, but also back in Usher's day, that was very normal Usher behavior.
That was
very normal for everyone like him to do that.
And I feel like he's still very much Usher. He still ripped his shirt off. He still did the I can't do it. I just tried, which I probably shouldn't have, but it was just, it was like going back in time, and I did like that.
Yeah.
But it still gave me the ick.
Yeah. Well, it was icky.
It was icky. We were icky people. Icky little creatures.
I love the roller skating. That was
yeah.
the best part, in my opinion. I'm a skater girl.
Yeah.
So I like that, and yeah, it was a good. Like, he has so many good songs that like I forgot existed, and it just unlocked in my brain.
Some big hits.
And yeah, I'll agree with you. The finale was the best with Ludacris.
Yeah, doing the song. Yeah, exclamation mark.
But so I feel like overall, his performance was good.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't blow me away.
Right.
But I feel like it's okay if the Super Bowl doesn't do that. I don't know why we built up the Super Bowl halftime show to be this great thing.
Like the biggest show of the year.
It hasn't been great. Maybe ever. I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe ever. Lady Gaga. She's the only one that I've ever watched and been like, that was very good.
Like I was like, what if Billie Eilish did it? I would like that.
It'd be sick.
Yeah, like somebody new who was like trying to prove themselves and doing something crazy. Yes. I would like that.
But like I said, I think they're looking for somebody who's had this big career, and she's just not old enough. She hasn't been in it for as many years. Like, I'm sure they would love to have Taylor Swift, but she has too many good songs. That's not enough time.
Give her 3 hours, maybe she'll do it.
Exactly. How would she even? There's no way for her to show off her career in how many minutes do they get? 7?
Yeah, something like that.
It's just not possible.
Yeah. The more time that goes by, the more I appreciate Rihanna's halftime show last year.
And see, I don't remember it.
It was weird because she just got out there. She stood on this big platform. She was wearing this like red suit, and she had her like slightly pregnant belly exposed.
Okay.
And everybody was like, is she pregnant? All the guys were like, is she pregnant? And all the girls were like, that's rude. She just had a baby. But she was pregnant.
Yeah. How dare you wonder if she's pregnant?
Give her time to recover.
Yes, she is.
But it was kind of, honestly, it was a little bit underwhelming. But in retrospect, it's like, that was really cool that she went out there and was like, guess what, bitches, I'm pregnant.
And I got a newborn.
and she like used it to like show off her Fenty stuff, and so I don't know. I feel like that she at least did something like new and different. And,
yeah, that's
like,
true.
Like made you be like, did that just happen? You know? Which doesn't happen very often.
Okay, now that I'm remembering the show after you're like telling me exactly what happened, I do remember it, and it was a good show. I just like I've never been super into Rihanna's music, so maybe that's why it didn't hit me the same way.
Yeah. Well, I'm not in charge. I also think, you know what? People need to stop being so critical. I saw this meme of a guy being like, I haven't exercised in 2 years, but I'm going to sit here and eat nachos and yell at this world-class athlete for not being able to catch the ball.
It's so true, though. Everybody is so judgmental. With everything.
Usher did a fine job. He did so much better than I could ever even hope to do.
Yes. He's in amazing shape.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, I mean, I know I was like, why is he taking his shirt off? Like, that's not necessary. But if I looked that good at that age, I'd probably take my shirt off on live television also.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Well. But yeah, just Alicia Keys missed a note. So what? She did an amazing job. She's an amazing singer. Everybody shut up.
Shut the fuck up. Get away.
How did you feel about the level of airtime that Taylor Swift got?
It wasn't much. So I think I just saw something that said she got like 25 seconds of airtime through the entire show. I was expecting much more, but I think they were so focused on the actual game that day.
You mean Taylor? Or
no,
the
like the NFL. They were like, back to football. Now that it's the Super Bowl, we can focus on football again.
Yeah.
So they did show her 25 seconds. They showed other celebrities too.
Yeah.
Obviously not as much as her, but also like the viewings were up so much, and like,
yeah.
Can we just admit it's because Taylor's there?
I know, seriously, admit it.
Just admit it.
Yeah, I was disappointed by how little Taylor Swift there was. It was like, I think overall in the whole game, it was like 54 seconds.
Okay.
Is what I read, which is nothing.
It's not.
Yeah, they should give her at least like 5 minutes to talk, like at the beginning of the game.
Right.
Explain why she's
Give
here.
her speech.
Yeah.
We're just kidding. Do not come at us.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I mean, I'm a little bit kidding.
We
You
were
want viewership to go up, give her more airtime.
we were joking like while the Super Bowl was happening and everybody was here, and we're just me and you are sitting there like waiting for Taylor to come on the screen, and we're just looking at it and we're like, why are we all here if they're not going to show Taylor? Like, why did we throw this party?
Yeah, that's the whole point.
We don't care about football.
But I love how when they do show her, I love that she's not just like a ditzy girl on the sideline. She actually is like paying attention to the game and like rooting for Travis, and
she actually cares.
I don't know if she is actually a football fan. I read that her dad played college football.
Oh, I didn't know
Delaware, I think. So, and also she's not an idiot, so I'm sure she knows.
I'm sure she caught on very quickly.
I'm sure she knows how football works.
She definitely does. I think it is like a new world for her, the NFL. I don't think she really cared before, but she's here now and she seems to be really enjoying it.
Yeah. Did you see that quote of Travis Kelce being like, you know, being famous around the world is a lot different than being famous in Kansas City? Just like such an understatement, but so true for him, you know?
I'm glad he can admit it and like see it, and he can be like playful with it. He's not serious.
Yeah. And
I feel like she's got the same attitude where like not everything has to be taken so seriously.
Yeah. Did you see that thing where Travis was yelled at his coach? Got in his face.
I did. Yeah.
Do you have thoughts?
At first I was like, that's not going to go over well, but people seem to really come to his defense, and I don't know. It didn't bother me. It's whatever.
Yeah. Also, they are like best buds. Like
him and his coach.
Yeah. So like they have a really good relationship. It was a very heated moment.
Mm-hmm.
He's literally, everybody says he's the best tight end the NFL has ever had. He's the best at what he does in the whole world.
Mm-hmm.
And his coach put him on the bench, and he was mad about it.
Yeah.
So, like, what?
Well,
in the Super Bowl.
Like, so in an interview with the coach afterward, they asked him about it, and he didn't seem bothered by it. So why should we be bothered by it?
Yeah. Well, Jason and Travis did talk about it on New Heights, and Jason was like, "You were out of line," and he's like, "Yeah, I know, I apologized." Like, yeah. And simple as that. Apologize and move on.
Yep. Well, and like I saw somebody comment, they were like, "That's why they made him captain. Like he's supposed to say what he thinks."
Yeah. Also, like, you never lost your temper before?
At the fucking Super Bowl?
Shut up, everybody. Yeah. Also, I mean, do we need to talk about the game? The game was boring until the very end.
We didn't, yeah. I didn't pay attention until the last quarter, and then they obviously went to overtime. And I do not care about football. Could not care less. I was into that overtime.
Yeah, that was fun. I think they should go into overtime every time. Just
yeah.
Like an encore.
Encore. Exactly. Give us more.
Yeah. All right, but then after the game finally finished, Taylor, Travis went to a friends and family party at a club.
They sure did.
At a club.
They sure did.
What did you think about that night out on the town?
It looked fun.
Nightclub?
Is that where they were?
Yeah.
It looked fun, and nobody besides maybe Jason Kelce looks shit-faced. So it's like they're being responsible.
Yeah.
She's got her bodyguards with her.
They don't look shit-faced.
No.
I was thinking, one of my friends texted me and was like, "I'm concerned about Taylor's drinking. She always has a drink in hand."
Oh, please.
And I'm like, she's not. She's faking.
Right.
That girl has too much anxiety to get drunk in public.
It's apple juice.
She's probably like, "Can you give me some club soda to make it look like it's tequila?"
That's what I do so that people don't try to force drinks into my hand.
I've never done it, but it's a good strategy.
It is. And people are like, "What are you drinking?" And it's like, not telling.
That's actually really smart. But no, so I don't, like, there's no way. She also flew from Tokyo to Las Vegas, stayed up all day. Like, so I do think she's probably a little loopy, but it's probably from jet lag and being awake for 48 hours or whatever.
That makes me want to backtrack to when she went down in the field. There's a video where they're like hugging, embracing, and he's like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you made it like halfway across the world." he's like, how are you not jet lagged right now? And she goes, jet lag is a choice. And I was like, my God.
Did she say that?
She said that. Like, she gets more and more perfect as time goes
I love
on.
her so much.
Like, okay, by the end of the week, I'm a stay-at-home mom. By the end of the week of just being at home and running kids around, I am exhausted. So how she manages to live this life and not get completely burnt out, like you said before, she's getting B12 injections for sure.
It has to be. I mean, no judgment. If this was the 80s, she'd be doing cocaine.
Yeah, B12 is much better than cocaine. Do you think she drinks caffeine?
Yeah, she's Diet Coke spokesperson.
Is she?
Yeah, she loves Diet Coke.
Wow, I need to pay attention.
No, that's it. All of their interactions on the field were so cute.
Adorable.
Like him being like, did you have fun? He was like, was it electric? Like, did you have fun? She's like, it was unbelievable.
I like the part where she's like, how did you do that?
Oh, man.
They're so
them.
cute.
I love them.
Freaking adorable.
Really gonna get married.
We're not allowed to overanalyze Taylor's relationships. Seriously. Fucking skedaddle.
Hopefully soon. It really depends on when she wants to have a baby.
Yeah. Well, we just want her to have her happily ever after.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And if that means Travis proposes and they get married and have babies, good for them.
Yeah.
When is it going to happen? We can't help it.
Well,
when?
She got a whole year of touring ahead of her.
Yeah. Well, we thought she couldn't release a new album, and she did that.
Yeah. Okay, that's true. And she has a couple breaks built in. Yeah. But yeah, I just love him for her. He's supportive, but he's not a wimp at all.
He's not a wimp.
He's got his own thing going on, but he's not threatened by her, and I love that. And they're supportive of each other.
Yep.
One of them doesn't have to like be the sidekick. They're both excellent at what they do.
They appear to make an excellent team.
Sounds... All right. Yes, I agree. Did you see the video of her clubbing with her parents?
Yeah, where she's like,
that was adorable.
That was so cute.
Also, she's clearly not drunk in that video. She's just around.
I'm sure the night was young, but no, even when they're leaving, like nobody's stumbling.
Yeah,
we would have been.
You know, what do you think? That video of Travis at the parade, though, he looked like he had maybe a few bottles of tequila.
Now we're stumbling. He was having a blast, and as he should.
Yeah. That was his victory. Literally his victory parade. Let him have a little fun.
Let the man live his life.
Yeah. But that is a good example, though. Like, well, I didn't hear too much criticism of him for being wasted at the parade, but if Taylor was wasted at a parade, people would be like,
she needs rehab.
Send her to rehab immediately.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Drugs.
That was, I mean, what a week.
What a week.
And now she's in Australia, Melbourne.
She is. So I woke up bright and early this morning, and I always just check my phone first. Is that what we all do?
Yeah, I read a lot about people who don't touch their phones for like the first 2 hours they're awake, and I think they're psychopaths.
Okay, so that's proven. That's scientifically proven.
Yeah.
But so I get on my phone, and it's like Taylor Swift is live, and I'm like at 6 a.m. and I click on it, and she is showing like her alternate album cover, and she's like, this one's called, what was it? Bolter. The Bolter edition. And I was like, God damn it, I already bought the other one. And then
she's already selling multiple versions of the album.
Right. I already have multiple 1989 records. And she's doing this during her like surprise song set. So I'm like, holy shit, she's gonna play one of the new songs. And then the live cuts off. So I was like, I thought the internet had broke, but really she was just showing that new album alternate edition.
It looks beautiful.
Yeah, they both do.
I read, so it seems like it's going to be very sad. Would you say? Do you think it's going to be sad?
That's the vibe I'm getting. I'm getting You're Losing Me vibes.
Yeah. Okay. But then I also read that she had registered the album. You know how this is like the Swifties that do this I think are the smartest, are the ones that look up her like business incorporations and like what she trademarks and stuff. But I had read that this album was like trademarked as a synth pop record.
I saw that too, and so I was like, okay, what is synth pop? And
sad
synth pop, emo synth pop,
please,
which
Lord.
would probably be amazing. But there were people like, well, 1989 is synth pop, and I'm like, is it? I don't know. But then somebody also said one of her albums, but I think it was Midnight's, was registered as rock before it dropped.
Okay.
So I don't know where they're getting this information. Is it false news? We don't know. We're casual Swifties. We're not professionals.
Not yet. Do you think that Midnight's is a rock album?
No.
But the genres are like so loose though that it's like,
I know.
I could see how you could make the argument that it is, but it's not the rock album we want.
She
owes it, and with all due respect, she owes us a rock album.
And in that same post where they were saying it was synth pop, a lot of people were saying the same thing, that they want a rock album.
Yeah, everybody wants it. Come on, Tay.
And it could have, like, the visuals, they look very sad and tortured and poetic, but if you think of like rock ballads, it could have had that vibe.
Sure. Yeah.
Like the 1980s rock ballads, that would have been sick.
Yeah. Well, what do we got? 3 more months. We'll find out.
What month is it? We have 2 months.
February?
March, April.
Oh, shoot. I can't do math. Less than 3 months. 2 months. Did you hear the rumors about Beyonce's country album and how Taylor might be on that?
Yeah. I think she is.
What do you think? Yeah.
I'll listen. I also just saw this morning that Lana Del Rey is doing a country album. What is going on?
I don't know. Only Beyonce.
Stop trying to steal Beyonce's thunder.
Well, I just feel like it really weirded me out that Jay-Z said that thing at the Grammys.
I hated that.
Which was I took it personally.
We are feeling personally victimized by Jay-Z.
Personally victimized. I feel like it was like a weird, I don't know. It felt like the whole Kanye thing of like, Beyonce deserves this.
It was the exact same thing as Kanye. The only difference is he didn't rip the microphone out of Taylor's hands.
Yeah, he wasn't drunk.
Yeah, he didn't stumble up there. But like, you can't say that without putting the winner down.
Yeah.
Without saying they don't deserve it.
Yeah. Even giving him like the benefit of the doubt, it was like, come on, Jason.
Right.
You're a little, read the room.
And like, no matter who it happened, like, yes, we're Swifties, but if it would have happened to anybody else, we would still think the same thing. Like, you can't say somebody else should have won without saying that person should have lost.
Yeah. Yeah, there's only one Grammy.
Right, for that topic anyway. Technically, there's more than one Grammy.
One album of the year.
Okay.
I guess every year there's a new one. But would you listen to the Lana Del Rey country album?
I would try.
I don't listen to Lana very often.
I don't either. She's got some good songs, but it's a very like mellow, relaxing, and I usually need something a little more exciting.
Yeah.
That like folklore and Evermore. It took me a while to get into it because it is sad and depressing, and I gravitate towards things that will boost me.
Like synth pop.
Yeah. Synth pop.
Some sad synth pop.
And I seem to be into like angry music. Like I love Machine Gun Kelly because he's so fucking mad all the time.
Well, I hope she's on the Beyonce album.
I hope so too.
I'll buy it.
What if she's on Beyonce and Lana's albums? Country.
Maybe that's why she's besties with Lana right now.
She's so into Lana right now.
Forcing Lana on stage and on camera.
Let's go.
Also, Lana, get out here. Please don't make me.
Lana's like, do I have to?
Yeah, maybe. I like that.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll surprise. Maybe all three of them have a collab.
Oh my god, can you imagine?
Yes, I can imagine.
Yes, I can. We're ready.
Okay. Any other? Oh, one thing I wanted to say. I love that she's in Australia or just other parts of the world right now, because if you do want to tune into the live stream, it's easier.
Yeah.
Having it be at 1 a.m. Like
I'm actually awake. I'm actually awake.
You just start your day off like, what is Taylor singing right now?
Yeah. What's today's surprise song?
Yes, I think she's going to be in Australia for a little while. And then she's going to Europe eventually with Paramore.
She sure is.
Oh, I want to go.
I know.
I'm not going. But...
I want to go. I'm not going. That would be very cool. But like, if you were to be at the Eras tour where Paramore is opening, if you were anywhere but the front row, wouldn't you just be depressed?
Yeah.
Me too.
Oh.
Your seats matter.
You do. They really do. I really want to see Avril Lavigne this summer, and I'm like,
oh,
you need to save up.
Have you bought tickets yet?
No.
Where are you gonna go to Canada?
I haven't decided. I feel like it would be the most special in Toronto, but.
Well, is she from Toronto?
She's from Ontario.
Okay.
That's probably like her city. Like she probably roots for all those teams.
I want to go. I'm all about convenience.
She is coming to Detroit.
She is.
She probably loves Detroit. It's so close to Canada.
Maybe. I hope so.
So yeah, maybe I need to get on that. But yeah, I was like, should I just buy the lawn, or do I need to get in the pit?
Get in the pit.
Okay. All right. I probably will.
Yeah. I have one more thing to mention. I read and started watching Conversations with Friends.
Ooh, tell me about it.
I like Normal People much more.
Okay.
Same exact vibe.
Did you finish the book?
Yes, I finished the book. Same exact vibe. It's like same thing, only different.
Are they in Ireland?
Yes.
Okay.
How's
Joe Alwyn doing?
His character is unlikable. So
he's killing it.
I really thought this was going to turn me into like a Joe Alwyn. Is it Alwyn or Alwyn?
I say Alwyn, but I think that's just me.
Okay, I'm going to keep saying Alwyn. I thought it was going to turn me into like a big fan of his watching it, and but in the show he's a cheater, pumpkin eater. So I'm struggling.
He can't act. He just plays himself. Cheater.
Sign
me up. Easiest money I ever made.
Right. He's like, I just gotta go and be myself. But yes, it's the same thing as Normal People, just different people.
Okay. Thank you for the report. So you wouldn't recommend it?
Don't read the book.
Okay.
I'm only on like the 5th episode, I think, and I don't know how many there are total. I don't look ahead, but it's just very like slow. It's the same thing. Nothing's really happening.
Okay. Just normal life.
I'll let you know if the show.
Conversations with Friends.
Exactly. She tried to warn us.
She's like, I put it in the title. What do you want?
Well, no, like I thought it was about like these polyamorous couples, but I guess it kind of turns out that way, but it's more of like an affair.
Okay. I thought it was polyamory.
It kind of is. Well, like at one point the wife is like he tells his wife about it. Spoiler alerts. And do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Okay. And he's like, I'm sleeping with this 21-year-old, but I'm not going to stop. And like the wife doesn't like it, but she's not going to leave him. So it's like she doesn't. That's not like polyamorous couples who know they're going to go be polyamorous in their relationship. It's just kind of like we cheat on each other.
Okay. Sounds gross.
Yeah, it's
not for me.
So I'm struggling to love Joe Alwyn in it.
Okay. I'm probably not going to read it or watch it.
Okay.
But I appreciate you telling me about it.
Plus, I had to spend $25 on it. It's not on Hulu anymore. I had to get it on Apple TV. $25.
Terrible. It's a crime. This is a hard pivot, but I noticed you're wearing your Tina Fey and Amy Poehler t-shirt.
Restless Leg Tour.
Restless Leg Tour. It's actually coming to an end this weekend.
Jeez.
They're finishing it in New York, and I actually had a friend that went last weekend to a show in New York, and he said it was amazing, as it is.
Obviously.
And Steve Martin was sitting 2 rows behind him.
What?
I just thought that was so cute.
That
Steve Martin went and supported
so supportive
them, and went and paid and bought a ticket and sat there and watched the show.
Can we also talk about Tina's headline? I'm not gonna lie, I didn't click on it because I was running around, but you sent it to our group chat.
Oh yeah,
where she's fighting back to. How do we say it without saying the word?
See you next Tuesdays.
Little Broadway, see you next Tuesdays. And we thought that was hilarious.
Yeah. She said that Mean Girls, the movie, was getting a lot of criticism on TikTok, and she was like,
Little Broadway.
Guys can shove it.
And I love that.
Yeah, I love that for her.
I think people should fight back to criticism because it's
You write Mean Girls, don't you?
Right, exactly. You go do it. You go make a Broadway show.
That's the. I'll probably cut this out because I'm gonna sound like a crotchety old lady. But like, if you're not making anything, stop criticizing people who are.
Yeah.
Like, it's one thing to offer constructive criticism, like, oh, I wish it would have been like this, or it could have been better if they did that. But just to say everything sucks.
This is fucking awful.
Shut the fuck up. Like.
Exactly.
Like,
Respectfully get fucked.
Yeah. That's all. That's really all. That's I think a good way to end.
I think we're fired up.
All right. Well, we're your bitch pack friends.
Respectfully.